You know, it really sucks when you make a 14-minute video and then you go to hear it and it's all staticky. So I'm not using the mic anymore. Anyways, I'm gonna try to remember what I said last video. I think the topic was on suffering, accountability, and life in general. So here I go, take two. No. Um, I woke up and before I decided to work on my dissertation, I wanted to make a video. Like everyone, there's a lot of misunderstanding about the world in general, and I don't know it all either. I'm like you guys, I'm a flawed human as well. Uh, but I want to talk about suffering and how it's actually a good thing to a certain extent. It's, when I would talk to my clients in Colorado Springs, back when I was doing behavioral health and SUD and all that, and the question arises, like, why me? Why? And, I would have a talk with them. I'm going to speak more candidly here. When you talk to clients, you got to be, like, more professional. But I don't have the patience for that right now, so I'm just going to speak frankly. So when I would talk to them, I would give them the situation of, this stops when you want it to. Especially if it's substance use. And I don't mean like you can just quit cold turkey. Most people can't. It's like you gotta be willing for a new way of life. And my super honest clients would be like, look, I'll be honest, I don't want to stop. I just want my life to get better. And I would really, hold on, let me up this. All right, sorry. I would appreciate their honesty, because then you get the people who BS. It's like, look, go to your wife or husband for that BS. We're here for help, I joke. But and I'll tell them, we have free will, to a certain point. You can do what you want and don't want to do, but you got to understand there are consequences to actions. I do this, this happens. We learn by patterns, and it always would resonate because, I'm in recovery as well. Everyone's different. We're not cookie cutter. We're human beings. We're individuals. So, what worked for me was a new way of life. I had to let go of a lot of my woes, a lot of my resentments and anger. It freed me. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. Nothing easy is what's that saying? Sorry. Nothing that worth it is easy. This goes into everything: relationships, parenting. Like parenting, if you just want to relax and you let your kids just play iPads, but that's going to bite you in the end. They're not going to have any social skills. That's just an example. So I would sit with them and just hear them out. I would let them get everything out. It was usually to the tune of, I don't want to stop my alcohol or my crack or my, nicotine, whatever it is. And right now in my life, it's caffeine and nicotine. Those are my vices. That's it. That's all I want. But hey, I'm not freaking shooting at people in the house with caffeine and nicotine. Yeah, that's a interesting story I can tell you one day. And so, we ended up the conversation with, I just don't know what to do. And I would ask them, are you willing to listen to some tools I can give you? But you got to pick the tool, because this is your journey. In no way would I ever hinder you by doing things for you, because most people out there, if you did that, they could always fall on, well, I did this for you. Screw that. It has to be your journey, but you're not alone. I can give you some tools to use. The ones who are open and use the tools seem to fare a lot better than the ones who knew everything. It's like, this is my philosophy. This is what I thought of. Going away from that, it's on suffering. Well, two different bands. I'm not a super fan of Limp Bizkit, but he did say this: life is a lesson. You learn it when you're through. Okay. Another band that I really like, it's a metal band called Mushroomhead. He's doing his jam and it goes, you don't know peace till you've had suffering. I suffered. It's a great song. It's, I think, Solitary Unraveling or something. Anyways, I bring those up for this. It's like you said, you don't know peace till you've had suffering. It's what? Okay. it reminds me of like a trust fund kid. You wake up, you have everything you need, and they're never really satisfied. Well, think of the story of the Garden of Eden. Now, if you're secular, it's a story. Just go with my story. We were given everything: food, shelter. We didn't have sin, but something came into our life where we wanted what we couldn't have. It's like that movie. I forgot what it's called, but it's this character named Dewey, and he goes into a restroom and he sees his friend smoking drugs. And he goes, "What are you guys doing?" He goes, "No, Dewey, you don't want none of this." And he goes, "Well, maybe I do." He goes, "What does it do?" He goes, "It turns all your good feelings, our bad feelings, into good feelings." And he goes, "Oh, I think I want to try that, But I bring that up because it's like Pandora's box is open to certain degrees and we can't go back. And so when I would talk to people to help guide them, using the tools that we're given, we got CBT, DBT, we got motivational interviewing, you name it all. There's a lot of modalities to the human psyche to guide them into that fun stuff anyways. And so the saying is like, you know what, you want to try what you want to try it. But Pandora's box, there's consequences to actions. Meaning, if I start drinking again, well, my life's gonna go to shit. My relationship's not gonna last. Oh, but I'll feel good for that night. Oh, damn well I know well. But sometimes the default mode is the best mode. Does my charger need a nitrous shot every now and then? Not really. Is it fun? Yeah, of course it is. But I'd rather have an intact engine and transmission. And at my age, I ain't racing anybody anymore. I got nothing else to prove to nobody, Anyways, so going back, and I'm sorry I'm jumbling. This was an impromptu. Maybe one day I'll have a script, but I really just wanted to put a video out in the morning before I got started on my 30 freaking page dissertation. And that's just that's just chapter 2. Anyways, where was I going with this? So the Garden of Eden, as human beings, there's an internal, we want struggle. It's like, Father, I crave violence, something like that. We can't just have it all, like, huh? And so we were in the Garden of Eden with everything, but we wanted more, and it was offered to us. Hey, you're not allowed to have this because he doesn't want you to have it. Well, no, maybe I want to try that, maybe I want it. And so we did it. And then God comes into this picture. No, he could have just destroyed us, loved us. But he loved us, like I said. And so he didn't do that. He gave us a gift, a double-edged gift. I love you so much. I want you to choose to do what you want to do. So here it is, free will. You have it. Little did we know, but we got to deal with our consequences now. You want to do what you want to do, then go do it. Baby boy, baby girl, go do it. But you are left to deal with your consequences. That ain't me punishing you. That's you dealing with what you did. So many times parents would just keep their kids' wings down to keep them safe, but that would hinder them too. So what do you do? You only control yourself. You don't control others. I get it. When there's minors, they're little, they're easy to mold because that's our job. Mold them, put them in the right direction. But they get to a certain point, and for some people it's sad. You're no longer a child. You discover Santa Claus isn't real. Bunnies don't lay eggs. And it's scary. I remember when I was a little kid and I remember Santa wasn't real. It shocked my world. I was like, huh? What? The world is a cruel place. Very cruel. That's why family is a big part of it. It's like, what is the meaning of life? All this A, B, and C. Well, you got to find it. I can't give someone else their meaning of life. That's what I want to do for them. People have to grow up and transition and learn what it is they want. Otherwise, you're working for someone else and you're always going to be resentful. So when I mention, we got kicked out of the Garden of Eden, you know, and we had to face the consequences. Now we're cold. Heck, we're naked too. I'm hungry. What is this? You mean I gotta hunt for food? You mean I couldn't be there, do whatever the F I wanted and stay? I can do whatever I want, but I can't do it here? How dare you? No, no, no. We did that to ourselves. But like I said, there's no time for like blaming the blame game. We did what we did. We're here now. What do we do? Some people stay stuck on the name blaming game. Let them have fun. Figure that out. The people who get it, I'm here now. Where do we go from here? You know? So yeah, we did what we did, and we had to learn. Well, everyone learns a little differently. Is you want to take the punches, but you got to be willing to deal with the pain, because it's going to make you stronger. So, an example, I wanted to do what I wanted to do. It didn't work out. So I had to decide, maybe that's not what I want to do. So I transitioned, and now I'm doing a lot better. You know, I'm blessed. I'm with family, you know. I have a very strong connection with people in my life because I don't bullshit. I tell them what's up in a nice way, you know. Sometimes I just want someone to come at me sideways so I could let all this, oh God, but I know God doesn't do that because he doesn't want me to we'll save that for another time, you know. And my light went off, that's why it's a little darker. God, everything's falling apart today. Anyways, I've been rambling for a while now. I need to have a point to this message. So, I guess the point will be, we got what we got, mostly because of our decisions. Now, I get it. There are some people out there who just have a shitty deal in life. I get that. I will say, but how long do you want to be a victim? Do you want to graduate to professional victim? Because that's no life to live. This stops when you want it to. It really does. It's not going to be easy, but it's not supposed to be. You won't appreciate it. You ever got a participation trophy? Yeah, throw that in the trash. You ever worked really hard, really freaking hard, and got a trophy? Yeah, that means something. So I don't claim to know everything, but you know, with academia, with talking to over hundreds of people and their struggles, with myself conquering in a way alcoholism, because I have no desire for it, never will, you know, never say never, but like I would have to be like about to be eaten by a shark to like think about drinking, you know. But anyways, so I just wanted to make this video. I would say quick, but it's going on 12 minutes already. Just rambling. I hope you can take something from this. If you want me to tone on or focus on certain things, just comment. Otherwise, this would be like my vlogs, my rantings. But life ain't that bad. Life's what you make it. If you get that joke in another way, that old guy. Oh, you like to see horns naked? No, life is what you make it. Anyways, I'm gonna go inside now because it's getting kind of cold. And of course, I made a video before this, but the freaking static. Fucking waste of money. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.